Hey everybody, where you make a mistake, you make a mistake. This is fixing, it's a 150 Prado, but you could use this information on a lot of vehicles. Not really that hard to work on. To do with the climate control, I didn't break it, someone else did. I'm just here to try and fix it. Never worked on it before until the first time I had a crack at this, which I think there's a video on, but I'm not too sure. What's happened is on the front of the, it's a GX, but it doesn't really matter. These knobs will be similar on a lot of vehicles. Somebody's obviously impacted it and broken it, and it's broken away. This is the temperature side. Okay, it's broken away the internal section that is meant to be sort of fixed. Let's just say, I'll tell you exactly where on it, but let's say around about there, and that gets mounted, and then this, it all works anyway, and it ends up looking like this is the other side that's not broken. You can't buy these separately. You can buy this whole unit for about $1,000 or whatever, which is ridiculous just for a bit of broken plastic. So I'm going to give you a few warnings where I made mistakes and how I think I'm going to fix it this time. So what I did last time, I pulled it apart. I worked out that was broken. Couldn't really think up a good, see how that goes all the way in? It's not meant to. See, it's sitting flush like that. It's meant to be, it's a fixed piece of plastic that sits it out. The measurement is 8mm, okay? So let's just say approximately 8mm. So when you pull it apart, check my other video. There's 4 screws that hold the back on. Then there's a ribbon you got to disconnect. Then you got to carefully lift this out. It's pretty, if you're handy on the tools. If you're not, then don't do it, right? Get somebody that's, and this isn't my, this is above my pay grade, but I'm just trying to help you out, right? So basically, if someone impacts it and breaks it, then this part here ends up sitting flat against the circuit board, like this one would be, just sort of floating around. The whole knob pushes in. When you go to adjust, it doesn't work too well. First thing I did last time when I pulled it apart, I thought, what can I do? This is a bit hard, and I was a bit worried about getting it back together, and it's still working. Not really worried about it, but thinking about that more than ideas on fixing it. And one mistake I made at some point, I must have unclipped these clips here. I don't know if you can see. I've got a bit of light going on here, but it's hard to see. Those clips, what does that do? It just makes me go crazy. I'll just put that aside. That's crazy. See those clips there, that one there, and that one there. Pointer, there you go, that one and that one. There's 4 of those, and if you do that, then this wheel can get out of place with timing. And I thought, oh, it doesn't matter because there's a flat spot on there, and that will go into that, I guess it's a trim pot, you know, back when I used to do electrical, right? Call it a trim pot. I'm pretty sure that's what that'll be. Anyway, boom, and it's got a flat, oh, I thought, oh yeah, you can't go wrong anyway. So I put it back together, that went in there, and I was thinking, as long as that turns to the right position, then it'll do the right thing, and that's correct. So of course it'll do that and that'll work. But if you've misaligned the teeth on this big cog in here, the black one with the white one, then it's going to be in the totally wrong position. So what I found was we had cold just up at about 12:30, which was wrong. So I pulled it apart, and the position of the wheel, which is hard to show you, but it's basically, I think if I've got it right, it mirrors this one. So let's just gently have a look at this one. So that's with a fan on the lower speed. See where that little hole is? At about, let's say 11:30, and it turns all the way around, and it comes around almost to the top. So I took note of when I had my one over here before I pulled it apart on what I thought was the cold, which was about 12:30 up here. I noticed that little hole was almost a mirror of what was going on. So what I've done now, I've adjusted this, so when I turn this down to, it's a bit hard to do with, I need some more hands here, mate. Where's my helpers when you need them, right? If I turn that, see how I've got it all the way to cold now? It's not quite mirroring that one. So I'm not sure if I should mirror this one or risk it for the biscuit, and I might be coming here to pull apart again. But anyway, not in a hurry, because what I did last time to solve the problem, and it worked pretty well, is I just quickly cut this bit of, I had a thick bit of cardboard, double cardboard, and put it in behind, and that supported the broken plastic. So this, you know what I mean? It gave it the spacer, but what I learnt was it's pretty good, but it could do with a bit more cardboard, a bit more of a spacer. If Kaon made a plastic spacer that was 8mm, 8mm is the size you want. Here's your template. I could probably give you the measurements on that, eh? Why not? And then somebody can go ahead and make one. And basically that slot's just cut out for the locator at the bottom. So that's, I could give you size on that, but it wouldn't matter if it was, you know, cut back to here. So it doesn't matter too much. So all you need is inside and outside diameter of these pieces and the outside there. And someone could, you know, get their, what's it called? That printer, 3D printer, and the plastic crap, and print one of these. you just bolt that in underneath there and Bob's your uncle. But it didn't work too well. So now I'm going for plan B this time. What I'm going to do is I've worked out, like I said, the height is 8 mil. I've got the location worked out. Now there's still room for error for me to stuff this up, but where the locator is at the bottom. And if you look at the configuration of where the screws and the pins go, the pins, locating pins go at the top. So that means, you know, I'm not going to necessarily put it in unless I get lucky. If I get lucky, it'll go in the hole. And if I don't get lucky, it won't. There it is. I got lucky. It's in the hole. There you go. Flat spot at the bottom. And that coincides with me sneezing. It's freezing out here. Right. So that locator. So it's just a little bit of take care and figure out. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. You know how you used to do that stuff before devices. But anyway, so that, you know, that's the location that. So now what I'm going to do, I reckon I'm going to get the super glue and I'm going to get the flat spot at the bottom. I'm going to hold this to the height, 8 mil. So there's like a little mold line on there. You can see where it's broken away. And I'm going to hold it right in position and put a little dab of super glue there. And then when that holds, then I'm going to turn it. See where it's broken away. I can actually see. It's not that one. That's the one. Right? See, you can see the dobs where it's see where it's broken away. You can actually see that spot on in the video. So I'm going to put a little dab of super glue there. And I'm going to go around to all those positions. I'm going to glue the bugger. Now, that rapid fix is awesome. If I had some of that, I recently gave away, I put a little bit of glue and a little bit of, what is it? It's probably, I think it's baking soda or something, isn't it? So you probably use super glue and baking soda, but I could be wrong. It's like fiberglassy kind. It's a 2-part rapid fix. Anyway, whatever. No point me talking. You've seen what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do it, see how it works out. It's going to be hard to hold the camera and get that done, so I'll just get it done. Hopefully I can see what I'm doing with a bit of light as demonstrated, and let's see how it all works out. And I might throw the cardboard there anyway, just in case it breaks, then this will be good enough. And if I pull it apart again, here's some tips for you. If I pull it apart again because I get that wheel in the wrong position, which there's still a chance that's not quite right, and there might be another video. When you're taking your screws out from behind, depending which one you're working on, right, which way you're looking at it, don't take these 2 screws out for the other knob that you're not working on. Okay, so you've got to take a few screws out. There's about, I don't know, about that many, plus those 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8. But that includes the ones for the knobs. So the one you're working on, if you can leave all the screws for the knobs in, 1, 2, and this one in the middle here, there's 1 screw of the 2 next to each other that holds this display in. So leave the one that I've got sitting there. Take a good look at that, right? I'll take a screenshot. That can be the thumbnail. There you go. Actually, press the wrong button. I've got a floating home button because the home button doesn't work properly on this one. So I press that instead of there's a button there to, you know, take a picture like this one. Might have worked that time. Anyway, point is, leave that screw in because it holds that display. Leave the 2 screws at each side for the 2 switches. Take all the other screws out, which leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 screws. What have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got problems. Oh no, there's 2 in here. 8, yeah, 9, 2, I don't know. Whatever. Hopefully the right amount of screws here. Anyway, I'm going to get on with it. Bada bing, bada boom. I was just showing you a couple of solutions, but hopefully this is the good solution. Let's see. Well, surgery's going well so far. I've got the El Cheapo single-use super glue. And you can see that little dob maybe right in the middle of the picture. That's the 3rd dob. I'm working my way around. Got the light set up. Got the spectacles on. And it must be time to move around. I'm going to keep going around. I'm going to glue all the little break points. And then I might just put a little bit extra. Just little, tiny little dobs coming out. It's amazing how strong that stuff is. But I think I'll sit the cardboard in there as well. Maybe thicken it up a bit with another piece. And if I remember, I'll give you the specifications so you can make me one with your 3D printer in case this doesn't hold, and I'll chuck the bit of 8mm plastic in there. So we'll measure it up at the end if I don't forget. So if someone's going to make up a piece of plastic that looks like this, the outside diameter is 49.5 millimeters to the outside. So I'd just say, even go 48, take off, you know, a mil and a half, whatever. So say 48.5 OD. And on the inside it was 28.5. So you want to be a little bit, give it a bit of clearance. So go out to about 30 mil. So if you did 30 for the inside diameter, and what did I say? I've forgotten already. 48 for the outside diameter, you'd have a nice bit of plastic to cut out the thickness of this little locator. That one is 8 millimeters. So if you had a 10 mil gap, and the height, I said measuring it from the other one here that's better than this one, was 8 millimeters. So, I mean, I'll try and take a better measurement. Check it again. As far as I can see, the best thing you can do there is make it, 8 millimeters, because my best measurement with that steel ruler says 8 millimeters is the height we need, and there's nothing else in the way. And then anyone can easily, you just don't take out any of these screws, you just take out the other perimeter screws, the one in the middle that's next to, that one there. I believe you've got to take it out because it goes all the way through, so there's a hole in the back. Right. You lift that off, this thing will stay screwed on, the knob will fall off. You put your piece of plastic that looks like this in there. Good work, mate. There's a little business for someone. I don't know if Kaon wants to do stuff like that or if there's someone else, but I've just given the specifications. It's all you need to do. It's an easy piece to make. I reckon given these are $1,000, people would be happy to pay $20 delivered to their door. $29, $39, where does it end? I mean, it takes a bit of time to set it up the first time, but once you can punch them out, you're not going to need that many of them though, which is why I wouldn't go and ask them to make it. But I might get another extra bit of cardboard. Can I install it now that I've glued it? Yes, I can. So all I need to do, even if you try and glue it like this, I glued it. It was a little bit not quite straight. I'm doing it by eye. I couldn't have enough hands to hold it, measure it, glue it, all this sort of thing. So I might just place that there as well. That way, if the glue doesn't hold and it breaks, what I've done a bit of welding. I went around and I've tacked it in a few places. Just little jobs so it doesn't run out. You can see there's a bit more clearance at one side than the other. So hopefully it all works out right, or I'll have to break it again, unless we know we can break it. I've got it pretty flat in the end. I'll take a measurement. I'm sitting at about 8 mil at one side and 9 at the other, so still about a mil out. The bottom side near that is, but we'll just see how it works out. I'll put it back together with the, I won't do the extra cardboard because I think I might make one even by hand out of a bit of plastic now that I've got specifications to replace that. So I'll put it back together with the cardboard. Let's see if it works out, and bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so this is what it looks like with it screwed back in. Might be a little bit out still. Not sure. We'll just have to. Oh, hang on. We've got a problem. Hang on. That's not turning. Oh, that's a problem. Maybe I pushed it out. Oh, maybe it's unclipped. What have I done? Oh, no. Let me check that out. What have I done? No. So I don't know at what point that happened, but I fixed it now. But now it's not in the correct alignment. When I unclipped it, I mustn't have sat it back in properly because it wasn't actually, well, I don't know where it went wrong, to be honest, but this is all looking all right. I've just got to realign that, which means undoing those clips again, that one, those two there and there, enough to get some clearance to the wheel to set it up where I thought, and I'm already losing my bearings on that one. Too much to think about. This brain is too old for this stuff. Okay, so far so good. This is clipped in and I've put the screws in. The 4 outside ones don't go in. That's the last ones when the cover goes on. So basically, if you want to remember which ones to take off, these are the 2 for the switch. Don't do those. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, the one in the middle away from everything. 5, 6, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. So you're leaving the 1, 2 in the switch, the one in the middle of the circuit board next to the 2, and the 2 in the switch. If I can count right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and those ones are already in. Then the cover goes on, clip the ribbon in and bada bing, or clip the ribbon in first. That's into this here, this ribbon here, the way it was before. Take a photo. Take a photo or watch the video. If you haven't got a video to watch, then take a photo like that. That's what I did, see? So to release that, you just lift up that little brown thing. It's like a clip, and then that ribbon will carefully come out. Just treat it all really carefully. Electrical components, and finally that'll go back together, and you can see the knobs are all sitting there working good. Don't push on them too hard or we'll break them again. There's the part number in case you want to check something out, and there's the plug to plug it in, and just 4 clips, so it literally just pulls out pretty easy to work on Toyotas once you know these clips. Now let's just hope that I got that right, or I don't know if it's anywhere near right, you know. Seems right, so because you just go, yeah. Anyway, if it doesn't work out, I'll just have it another go. And then I was mucking around with this one. I'm not sure if it slipped as well, so I shouldn't have been mucking around with it. That's where off is. Let's just see what happens if I turn the fan on and it goes full speed ahead. Anyway, that's the video. Catch you on the next one. See ya. Hope it helps. Ciao. Like, subscribe, bell on. Ciao.